Hi.
What brings you in today?
I just wanted to talk about some just recent changes in my life that has just brought me some anxiety and some just unknown conclusions.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit more about what is making those stresses happen? What's the instigator?
My health. I don't know, I just feel like it's just kind of declining. Like, I started having food allergies and I couldn't eat a lot of food and I was making very sick, so I changed my diet. And then last year I was having heart palpitations, so my heart would race up to 180 and then most recently to 210, and then I had to see a cardiologist, so I had to find a cardiologist and get established with a cardiologist, and then I had some blood work like 6 months ago, and then my thyroid wasn't doing very well, so I had to start thyroid medication. And then because I am older, my hormones are not, very high anymore, so I have to do more testing for that. And then because of my heart issues, now I have to have a procedure. I have to have ablation to fix the SVT in my heart. And because of that, I think it's maybe caused some low kidney function, so I have to have tests for that. So I feel like every time I go to the doctor, there's just always something else I have to do.
That sounds very stressful.
Right.
I can definitely see where your stress is coming from. Can you tell me about a time when you've felt a little better about your stressful situations and your health? When have you felt better about it?
I think when I could just go to the doctor, and I just want to go to the doctor and it was a good appointment, and I'm not asked to go back and do another follow-up, and I'm not asked to, can I just come back in the 6 months? So I think when I would just go to my routine checkups and it would just be fine, check everything, do my routine blood work, and I was good to go. And now these unknown health concerns that I don't have any control over.
So the more unknowns keep popping up.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel more stressed.
Exactly.
Okay, understandable. Is there a time when you have overcome these feelings of stress, when you've felt better?
I think when I've done, so I've had to do a lot of heart tests. So I've had to do many tests on my heart, and so that in itself was stressful and scary. And I think every time that I would do it, then I would be like, okay, I did my part. Now I just have to wait for the answer, because I can't decide what the answer is. But I think jumping that hurdle of doing the actual test.
How did you overcome the stress of the waiting and, like you said, doing your part? You did your part. How did you cope with the waiting?
I don't know. I mean, I take anxiety medication, so maybe that helped a little bit. But honestly, probably just I think my coping was probably just my mind is racing, and I stay up at night, and I just worry and I worry and I worry and I worry and I worry, because I don't know what the unknown, I can't see what it is, what the unknown is. I don't know what the test is going to say. And then just the overwhelming impending doom of having to go there and do the test, and which probably somebody else would be very easy, just go do the test. But it feels like a very large mountain.
Are there coping skills or strategies that you have used to get over that hurdle?
I would say
stress.
Talk about it.
Talk about it.
I would talk about it. I just, to family, friends, just say, this is how I'm feeling. I think me just having to talk it out is helpful.
So you haven't tried deep breathing, or it's more the talking that helps you to get through
Yes.
the stress? Okay. So I want to ask you a miracle question. If you went to bed tonight and you woke up tomorrow morning and all of your fears, all of your stress, all of your anxiety over these tests just went away, what would that look like for you?
I would be content and happy. and I wouldn't have to like have racing thoughts. It would be great. I'm hoping that that's what it will be. I would love that.
What will be different in your life when all of these tests are finished, all of the anxiety is gone? What will be different for you? How will your days look?
I would say my load would be lighter, because when I'm at work, I obviously focus on what I'm doing at work because I'm busy. But then when I'm home and I have a little downtime and, you know, you take a shower and you're trying to go to bed and, you know, your mind just wanders. And it seems to wander for me, just like the stresses and the worries and just not having to worry about that, or not having to wait for the next appointment or the next test or the next result.
What do you think are some things that you can do for yourself to help you push through that anxiety?
I was gonna do a couple tests together recently. I was gonna do 2 big tests together, and it was really causing me a lot of problems. And so I thought, well, I can't not do it. I have to do it. So what if I just chunked it out and didn't do it at the same time?
Mm-hmm.
And would that be less overwhelming for me? And I said yes. So nothing is like life urgent, just things that need to just be checked.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want it done. But then when I want to do it all at the same time, then I don't want to do it anymore. So like I schedule it all together, and then I wish that I didn't do it, and then I want to change it. So when now I've split it up, and just, I know I have to do it, right? Because I have a family, and it's not about me, and I have to take care of myself for my family, even though it is scary. And I know that I'm okay because I feel okay. But I just need the results to say it's okay. But I think when I just kind of do things in kind of chunks, it doesn't seem as overwhelming.
Okay. Little by little.
Yes.
It sounds much less stressful for you.
Yeah.
To do it in smaller chunks.
Yeah.
And I think you see that for yourself, is you know yourself not doing everything at once, but in smaller pieces.
Right.
So you can focus on the next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. On a scale of 0 to 10, 0 being how you felt when you first started feeling all of this way, to a 10 being how you'd feel, say, the day after that miracle were to happen. So you come in at a 0, you're not well. 10 being everything's fixed, everything's great. How would you rate your feelings now?
Maybe a 10. Perfect 10. Absolutely.
So you feel getting through all of these little hurdles,
yes,
you can get yourself to the 10,
yeah,
where you want to be.
So I just find myself categorizing like, okay, I have to get to the 27th, and then I have to get to the 6th, and then I have to get to the 10th, because these are the dates that I have scheduled. And so hopefully after the 10th of February, then I have my last appointment, and then I can walk out of there relieved at a 10, knowing that I can go back now just my regular just checkups. Well, then I have to do my heart ablation in March, but I'm not really scared for that because I know that it's fixable and I have confidence in my surgeon. But maybe I'll feel a little bit nervous when that happens. But I know that and my heart is okay. It just likes to, yeah. And so I need help fixing that.
Well, it sounds like you're on the right track with taking your things one at a time to overcome that stress and that anxiety. I feel like your stress is higher when you try to bunch it all together.
I would say so, yeah. And it's a lot, and then I don't want to do it.
Mm-hmm. So I think now that you see it and you understand, okay, one at a time can help you cope.
And nobody asked me. I mean, I definitely wasn't going to do this over Christmas because I was like, I deserve to have a good break, right? Mm-hmm. And then I just was like, I get to decide when to do it. but I felt like if it was something that had to be done urgently, I'm sure that my licensed medical professional would have said, this needs to be done right now, or I would have been sent somewhere right now. So I'm thinking within, a good amount of time, like a 3-month time, just to make sure I'm on top of it and I'm checking it. And, it is important to make sure that we are checking to make sure that we're healthy and we're okay. And, but it's nerve-wracking and scary.
Right.
But it just seems to be like all the time I go to one thing and I feel like I fix my thyroid and now we have to check my kidney, right? I just am like, I feel better with my thyroid because I'm on medication, and I don't feel all the things that I had when I could tell that something was wrong with my thyroid. But then now it's like, well, let's check this. And I'm like, can I just go to the doctor and just leave the doctor and be like, we'll see you in 3 months. We'll see you in 6 months. Like, I want to go back to that.
Do you feel you'll get to that?
I do.
Yeah.
I just have to, I am the only one that can do this. I'm the only one that can, I have to do these tests. I have to check things, I don't want to do it, but then I feel it's not fair to my family, right? I have kids.
And I think you hit your big solution with coming in with one test at a time instead of bunching them all together. I think that will definitely help you to cope with those stresses a little bit more.
Right, because I think as we get older, I think when we're younger, we feel that we're invincible, right? And things aren't scary. And then we get older, we see that, they're scary. It's scary, and things happen, and it's just like, whoa, you just have like this, you don't really know or understand. But as I get older, I'm like, this is real here.
Well, I feel real confident that you are going to get through each of these tests with bravery and strength, and knowing, as you said, they're precautionary. So understanding we're just going to check and we'll go from there. And then if you don't need to be stressed now.
Right. After I can just do them, and I just say, okay, I did my part.
Right.
I did my part. I did what I was asked to do, even though it might seem like someone else, like, that's pretty, just do it. But it's like, yeah, that's huge. It's a lot of worrying.
Yes.
It's a lot of worrying, and I worry. I'm a worrier. I think I've always been a worrier, right? I think I'm just anxious. I'm just an honest, anxious person. It doesn't keep me from doing the things I need to do in my life, but yeah, I am an anxious person.
Well, I'd like to meet with you again, and maybe we can talk about more strategies that could help you overcome some of those worries with some other strategies that could help you relax through them and go from there. Would you like that?
Yes.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Thanks for meeting with me.
You're welcome.